Pretty much the same as the one we talked about last time. However, I did a small twist. The
Okay.
twist is before I used to just look into what subdivision sold how many land for how much. And then I mail a letter based on that price. So right now we changed it to I mail to every landowner, every single one of them, whoever own land in that particular county. And then we just mail a percentage of the assessed value. I mailed like over 100,000 mailers per month and just direct mail, right? I basically at least get one deal a day. That's a bare minimum. And someday I got five deals, right? So that's how you want to push yourself.
What if I told you that you could flip land from anywhere in the world without ever seeing it? And what if I told you that Ray Zhang, who once struggled to close a single deal, cracked the code and did 160 land deals in just 4 months? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Only Land Fan Show. I'm Kendall Lejeune, and for today's deep dive episode, we're breaking down Ray's exact method. From mass mailing strategies to high stakes negotiations that land him properties for free. We'll go deep into his mindset, his unique approach to making offers, and his ability to turn overlooked land into profit. If you've ever wondered how some investors scale while others stay stuck, this is an episode you don't want to miss.
I mailed like over 100,000 mailers per month and just direct mail, right?
Oh.
I got calls all the time. I mailed to every landowner, every single one of them, whoever owned land in that particular county. And then we just mail a percentage of the assessed value.
Ray isn't just sending mailers, he's strategically dominating an entire market by ensuring every landowner hears from him and his team. This approach eliminates competition before they even get a chance to make an offer. What makes this work is volume. Too many investors hesitate, fearing they'll waste money on mailers, but Ray's method proves that when done at scale, even a small percentage of response can create massive returns. Think about it this way. If you send 10 letters and get one response, that's one opportunity. But if you send 10,000, you've created a deal pipeline that never runs dry. That's how Ray went from struggling to consistent, predictable success.
I got five land for free. I
Free.
paid, yeah, I paid,
Take it. Take it, Ray. We don't want it anymore.
yeah, he has five parcels. And after closing costs, all the back taxes he owed, we paid about 7,500 of them for all of them. Today we got an offer for 45,000 for two of them. So we still have the other three, but haven't sold yet. The realtor said he might be interested in buying all of them. So that's the power of it because when you reach to more people, you get more deals.
This is next level deal making. Most investors think about discounts. Ray is thinking about free. Why? Because he understands that real estate just isn't about price, it's about problems. Many sellers don't care about making top dollar, they just want out. Maybe they inherited the land, maybe it has back taxes, or maybe they've just mentally moved on. By understanding this, Ray doesn't just negotiate, he solves problems. And in doing that, he creates insane deals like these. The key lesson here, finding the seller's motivation, and you might just get land for nothing. If you're finding this valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode.
Never give your offer first, no matter how low you think that offer is. And because you don't know what they want for the land. I'm going to give you an example. So I lost this deal, unfortunately. It's my fault. I became too greedy. He had 80 acres in South Carolina, and I check it out. And all the land sold is 10,000 per acre, sold price. So this 80, sorry, I think it's 70 acres. 70 acres could easily worth at least $500,000, at
Yeah.
least, right? So I asked him, how much do you want to sell for the land? It looks pretty big, right? And he said, I just want 1,000 for per acre, 1,000. So I could easily buy this land for 70 grand. And the mistake I made is I didn't meet him in time. And I said, how about 600? I'll do that per acre. And he agreed and he said, let me think about it for 2 days. So that's a mistake I made. I gave them enough time to think about it. So if you have a good deal, get under contract today. I don't care if you have to fly there. And then I said, okay, I'll call you on Monday. So on Monday, he said, Ray, I'm sorry. The land is already under contract with another guy for 250,000. So
Ah,
that how can you get 250,000 if you only want 1,000 per acre?
right.
So that must be the buyer told him, okay, for this land we can do 250,000. So that's a huge mistake, cost him about $170,000.
Yeah.
So I
Wow.
never gave out offer first.
They give you a crazy off the wall answer. What's your next step in negotiation at that point?
I simply tell them I cannot do that.
Okay.
That's it.
Goodbye. I
And then
can't do that. Goodbye.
no, I don't say goodbye. But
Okay.
because if I say I cannot do, that's a negotiation thing when you keep silent. Let's say we talking nonstop, and all of a sudden I stop talking. And then you'll be wondering what I am gonna say, right? Because this is awkward, right?
Hmm.
So if I say I cannot do, that's it. And I'm watching what he's gonna say. And I force him to say something because normal people will feel this is awkward, right?
Yeah.
So if you say, okay, no problem, goodbye. And then I just simply hang up the phone because if he wants 600,000 for 50,000 land, you're not gonna get to 20,000. No. And if you say, oh, what can you do? And now we can keep talking. And now you're chasing me, not me chasing you.
Silence is power. Most people hate awkward silence, so they rush to fill it. Ray does the opposite. He lets the seller squirm, and in doing that, he gets much better deals. Think about it. If you're too eager, the seller senses it. But if you pause, they start second guessing their number. This is a psychological trick that turns negotiations in your favor. Confidence wins deals. And here's the key: silence doesn't just make them uncomfortable, it makes them rethink their position. Sellers often throw out really high numbers because they expect pushback or some type of negotiation. But when that doesn't happen, when they're met with nothing but a quiet, steady pause, they're forced to confront their own ask. That's when you see them backpedal, hedge, or even lower their own price on their own. But Ray's strategy goes even deeper. He's not chasing price, he's solving a problem.
And if people tell me, Ray, I'm ready to sell or I like your offer, whatever, I'll call them back. And then I will renegotiate again. I never pay the offer price on the letter. And then when I negotiate, the key is this: do not care about your price. When you solve their problem, you will be very happy with the price you're going to buy for the land. So it's a giving mindset instead of taking mindset. What is a taking mindset? Is I got to buy this land at this price because I want to make money, right? The giving mindset is, what is your problem? Why do you want to sell this land? Looks this land is good, right? And once you solve their problem, you can get the land even for free. And a lot of people don't believe me. I got this land for free. And I just want to really find out why they want to sell. For this land, I just told you, I got 5 lands for free. Is his dad has a company, and his dad passed away, and he really don't want that company. He want that company to be dissolved, and that's the last 5 parcels under that company. So
Mm.
I told him, what if I can just help you get rid of those 5 lots, and would you be just happy with that? And he said, absolutely, let's do it. What do you need me to do? That's how you negotiate.
Price is never the real issue. The real issue is what's behind that price. Maybe the seller needs speed, certainty, or a simple way out of a really tough situation. The investor who focuses on that instead of haggling over numbers, that's the one who walks away with the best deals.
And a lot of people ask me, Ray, what should I write on the offer letter? What is the expiration date I need to put on the letter? What is offer price I need to put on there? I tell them all the time, it does not matter. What matters is you send it to them and they call you. That's it.
Right.
And
Right.
it's all the numbers game.
Has this allowed you to get these offers out faster because you're not doing as much due diligence on the front end to be able to price these offers?
Absolutely. And I can be able to reach to more people. That's the main thing, right?
Got it.
That's a very basic thing I start to understand, because a lot of time you think it's the price that is the most important. I got to make the price so precise and so perfectly so people, when they call me, they are ready to sell. There's no such thing. And you just have to reach out to more people. And also, when you do a lot of offers and you don't care as much, sometimes when you mail too little, you spend a lot of time on like small amount of list, and you just really want to get that deal. And that kind of mindset will push you away from the deals.
Too many investors overthink pricing. Ray doesn't. Instead, he lets the market tell him what's working. He sends fast, negotiates smart, and closes big. The difference? Speed.
Always try to get to agreement when you're on the phone. The next time you call him, it should be, did you sign the agreement? Or is there anything that prevent you from signing it? Always try to get the land on contract. And a lot of time, they will get a lot of offers. And if you don't act fast enough, and you will lose the deal.
The best deals don't wait. They go to the investor willing to take action first. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated to make an offer because you weren't 100% sure of the price? Meanwhile, someone else who just sent the offer is already in negotiation mode, locking up that deal. Ray's method removes that hesitation. He treats offers like fishing lines. You throw enough out there and the right one bites. Then and only then do you start negotiating. And the best part? His approach filters out time wasters. If a seller isn't interested, he moves on. No chasing, no convincing, just straight deal flow. If you want to connect with like-minded professionals and dive even deeper into these strategies, join our exclusive community at onlylandfansgroup.com. We share bonus insights, behind-the-scenes discussions, and resources you won't find anywhere else. All right, let's break down the biggest lessons from Ray's approach so you can start implementing today. Speed beats perfection. Stop overanalyzing and start sending offers. The best deals go to those who take action first. Remember, the biggest advantage you have is speed. We talked about how waiting for the perfect offer number or overanalyzing comps can cost you big deals. The investors winning in this space aren't the ones with the most precise offer formulas. They're the ones who make offers consistently and adjust as they go. Negotiation is where all the magic happens. Your initial offer isn't set in stone. It's just a starting point. The real work happens when you get sellers on the phone. We broke down how most deals don't happen at the first number you throw out. It's just that the conversations that follow make the biggest difference. The way you handle objections, the questions you ask, and even the rapport you build with the seller all play into whether or not you walk away with a signed agreement. It's all about volume. The more offers you send, the more opportunities you create. Ray isn't guessing, he's playing the numbers game and winning. We talked about why sending out just a few offers a week won't cut it. The most successful investors treat this like a pipeline, constant outreach, constant follow-ups, and constant offers. It's not about one magic deal. It's about stacking up as many opportunities as possible so the wins become inevitable. Detach from the outcome. Don't get emotional about offers. Some will say yes, some will say no, and that's okay. Just keep moving forward, and the deals will come. One of the biggest mindset shifts we covered today is treating this like a process, not a gamble. If a deal doesn't work out, it's not a failure, it's just part of the numbers. The investors who stay in the game the longest are the ones who don't get too attached to any single deal and focus on keeping the momentum going. At the end of the day, it's about speed, volume, and persistence. If you're making offers, talking to sellers, and keeping your pipeline full, you're setting yourself up for success. Keep pushing and the deals will come. Ray's strategy is a game changer for land investors. His data-driven, high-volume approach removes all guesswork and keeps deals flowing in. Whether you're just starting or scaling up, the key takeaway is simple. Take action, send offers, and negotiate smart. The investors who move the fastest win the best deals. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to hear the full unedited conversation with Ray, head over to our YouTube channel now at watcholf.com. Again, that's watcholf.com. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode and hit that bell icon to stay updated. Until next time, keep improving your land business, and we'll catch you in the next one.